Hello.
Come try her.
Come. Why did I do that? We were literally just talking about it.
Come.
Come try. Oh dear. What a good time.
Oh, he's such a hoot. Such a hoot. Mm.
Testing 1 2. Testing.
We
Okay,
here?
sorry about that. I watched
We're
this
here.
episode
Mm.
with Jay Brazeau
Oh wow.
in GateCon last year, and
Oh.
I've saved the commentary.
Oh,
So
fantastic.
yeah, so we're going to.
Damn.
He was fantastic to sit and watch this with. So this was really good. So
That's
Did you
so
remember a lot?
cool.
what did you say, Evie?
I just said they're so cool, but Nicole.
Oh, what did Nicole say?
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Did he remember it? Did he?
Oh
remember
yeah,
it?
absolutely he did. So I'm trying to figure out when I'm going to release the content, but I'm slowly collecting these commentaries. I also sat down with Jacqueline Samuda and recorded one for her first appearance, which was for Pete's sake. I'm 40 this year, guys. This is what I'm getting.
I only know Metamorphosis. I can't
No,
remember the
it's,
first one she was in.
It's not even
was
matter,
in
but
Fair Game,
I
wasn't
need
she?
to have it. Fair Game.
You're welcome.
Ah, Fair Game. Right. Yeah, of
Mhm.
course. Of course.
This is why I'm mostly good at the trivia.
I
Haven't won in a while, but that's okay.
Just a soft brag.
Yeah, it's a humble brag.
There you go. So we're going to be watching Tin Man and There But For
Mm-hmm.
the Grace of God this
Yep.
episode. Two widely regarded great shows. So before we get started, I've got Adam's artwork. So do you guys have the emails?
Certainly do.
Yep.
Okay. Let's take a look at Tin Man that Adam made. Or should I say Jack O'Neill as RoboCop?
RoboJack. Yeah,
Yes.
RoboJack.
This is I don't know what his inputs were.
My understanding was he got pretty much the image he was after from the get-go. He didn't have to do too much additional prompting. He just sort of made a couple of tweaks. But yeah, my understanding is it kind of worked the way he wanted it to straight off the bat. So
It's just amazing.
it is
I
really
like
cool. It's
the
such
fact
a
that
cool
he's
thing.
showing the different things that move in the arm, because when he cuts it open, it has all that detail of all the
That's
different
correct.
parts
Yeah,
moving.
it does.
And I love
It
that he
does.
has all of that in there, because obviously they're machine workings of veins and stuff, and I think
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And I think it kind of works that when you do an AI image, it doesn't use English as a language. Usually it's just like a made up language, but I think it kind of works.
robot to robot, as Jack says in the episode.
Well, I mean, it could pass as the Altarian
Like
language.
an alien, an alien language.
Yep. I love
think
that
it's very
his
cool.
boots are built in to his feet. So that's
Oh,
kind of cool.
that's right. And he did try and get the soldering burn like on the one side of his face.
Oh, with the cheek,
But
yeah.
it's not perfect. It does look like I guess
Okay.
some
That's
shadowing, but that's
cool.
what he was going for.
That's really cool. This is really neat. So, all right. And then There But For the Grace of God.
Just want to say he looked like an
Yeah,
absolute
this
snack
one's-
as well.
This
Let's
is
not
so
forget
This,
that.
cool.
this one is awesome. I
The
actually really
metallic
like this
floor.
art style.
Yeah.
It's very cool. It's like a gilded quantum mirror.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's clearly a museum. I mean, you've got shelves and shelves of stuff. So-
Wow.
And like it actually kind of looks like he's walking into the SGC, like it's got
Exactly
that kind
right.
of military
He pulled
bunker
out
sort of
the
vibe.
SGC.
Yeah.
that one is peak. That is amazing. I love that. That's
Yep.
great. That
Yeah,
is
I think
beautiful.
They're two bangers for this week.
Absolutely. I really love this one. Although Jack was like an absolute snack in the last one. But this one
Robo
is
snack.
like this
Robo
one is
snack.
yeah, don't actually eat it, you'll hurt your teeth. But
You got to have it like with a cup of motor oil on the side.
Yeah.
So-
That
You want
is
some
that
motor
how
oil?
you like your
Yeah.
RDA.
Oh, jeez. I
But
ordered
yeah,
waffles,
I
thank
like
you.
this one. It's
All right.
it's aesthetically pleasing, this one. It's really nice to look at.
So,
It is
because it's
really.
relevant, I pulled up the original artwork from Tin Man. So you guys can click on that and poke at it.
Oh, wow.
This is you guys have the link, right?
Yeah. Body X-ray of robot.
Yep. So this
Yeah, that's
is,
that's actually the
Infirmary.
first thing I looked at with the Tin Man thing. And then I went and looked at the other one, and I was like,
wow.
oh, that's what we're talking about. But it still had the little details in it.
correct.
So-
Yeah.
So it's interesting
But-
how close Adam got to
Yeah.
to a design concept from what was originally given to the production team when they were going to look at an X-ray. So this was apparently
I was going to say,
going to be
I
Fraser's
love
X-ray.
the
Yeah, that's
creepy
so cool.
detail of this.
Yep.
Like what's that other stuff in there that's working as the organs that aren't usually there, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I'm actually kind of feeling the skeleton because I also have a metal plate down the bottom of my spine.
My mother also has some of that, so
Oh, jeez.
does that make you part RoboCop?
Yes.
I
yes.
forget the quote, but anyone who wears glasses is in some sense a cyborg.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've got all three of us.
Wow,
That's
guys.
true.
Guys, we're all bespeckled.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
how far along that do we then turn into Cylons instead of cyborgs, which is for me the
Well,
superior.
I fear with my back surgery, I'm further along than you
Oh,
guys.
By your command.
Damn.
Mhm.
Yes. So say we all.
So
Wrong
sorry.
show.
All right.
Canada. All the actors cross over across all of them.
There's a
So
ton
that's
of them
nice.
for sure.
There is.
Okay, let's pull up Tin Man.
Let's have a good time.
Yes, let us. 'Cause
Let
minimize
us.
That. That's good. I hope you and the audience are ready to watch because we're.
I just want to
certainly-
say, Mama Knox said, "You are never humble, Nicole." Thanks for that, Erica. Thanks.
Someone's got your number.
Is it true?
Everyone's got my number. All these people, you know. Let's not talk about the fish man this week, okay? We're over that for now. But geez,
God, I hope so.
when you and us come back in, though, we're back. So
All right. So everyone
It's like
got their
beating a
roaring
dead
lion up.
fish.
Yep,
a
he's
very dead,
there.
stinky
he's
fish.
ready to roar.
All right.
Yep. Ready to go when you guys are.
Okay, gang. Let's enjoy Tin Man in 5, 4, 3. Go try and welcome to Wormhole Extremists, Tin Man, Rewatch. I'm David. This is Yvie.
Hello.
And Nicole.
Come try
And
ya!
Stargate.
There you go.
And a balmy room temperature.
I got my moment. I got to say
Yeah.
it.
There you
Yes.
go.
And this
That's
is set on
fair.
location at the abandoned Port Maine power station.
Looks pretty good for abandoned.
Well, apparently, yeah. And I think Jay Brazeau said in his interview with you that he thought there may have been asbestos there, but he wasn't 100% sure.
Well,
least
everyone's okay.
A side note, it also appears in Watergate.
I was gonna say, it looks like
Metropolis and
Watergate right
Proving
now.
Ground.
yeah.
And it's also used in Battlestar Galactica for the interiors of the Astral Queen in the episode Bastille Day.
Yes, it is. Thank you. Yep,
Is he
that's where
still
the
there?
prison cells are.
I think so.
Okay. Wow. You know, it's amazing what you can do with light gels. You know, this whole space is just brought to life by different color.
The
Yeah.
colors are really making it look very alien, but it's literally just like a warehouse
Uh-huh.
type building. You know,
And a
it's
few
like
stickers of
whatever.
alien print.
yeah.
Yeah, they did a really good job with the set for sure. I've decided that I'm going to call this episode the one with the failed robo shoulder.
That's good. That's really good.
Yep.
And obviously, I was going to say as well that the title Tin Man is obviously another Wizard of Oz reference.
That's correct.
It is. Yeah.
Hey, it's an Earth monitor.
Yep, with a bunch of alien-looking things taped around it.
Yeah, it's nice wrapping paper.
Yeah.
Bubble wrap.
I like this episode because it just starts so like suddenly. They just get there, they walk along, and it's, you know, I love the episodes where they do that because you're like, oh dear,
Yeah.
everything's gone bad.
Correct.
Uh-oh.
And it's about to hit the fan.
So this episode's written by Jeff King, and he wrote Cold Lazarus, and I think he also had a hand in the teleplay for Bloodlines.
Oh
Okay.
damn.
And it's the only episode directed by Jimmy Kaufman.
Okay.
Damn, nice.
Not bad
And
at
I
all.
think we missed the first goof.
Oh
Did
dear.
we?
Yeah. Jack identified the planet as P3X989 instead of PX3989. He just inverted two of the
Well,
digits.
you know what? I will say though, that is easily done by anybody on a day-to-day basis.
Oh,
That could
yeah.
have just been Jack just messing it up normally.
Well,
You
I
know-
mean, it was when he was doing his announcement with the temperature
Yeah.
and stuff, so he could have just been, pulling
Yeah,
everyone's leg.
everyone like flubs words in life. So when people
It's-
get everything perfectly in a show, I'm like,
And
ah.
it's definitely not the first transposition of a digit and a character.
Yeah.
So, and here we are. I love their costumes. How each of them have
too.
the lines in a different spot on their shirts.
They're really simple.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I was reading somewhere that where is my note here?
We'll wait.
Yeah,
No way.
someone, sorry. I've got so many notes and I don't know which
PX399.
order to put them in. So someone said online that this particular chamber where they wake up is reminiscent of the caretaker's array from Star Trek, but I have no reference point. So
It more
Um,
reminds me of the sleeping chambers from Alien. From the
Yeah,
Nostromo.
I think it's more akin to the Nostromo. Yeah. And
Yeah.
I see what they're talking about with the caretaker's array. But everyone's kind of like in their own little row with their hands hanging off,
Right.
and they're being probed.
Here we go.
oh.
Try my friend.
Jay
love them so
Brizzo,
much.
everyone.
What a delight.
Absolutely pure delight.
Yes.
Did you know that he is in about 2 seconds of the 90s version of Little Women?
Oh, is he really?
Yeah,
No,
it's a
I've
great
seen it, but
film.
a
It's
long time ago.
Winona Ryder's going and trying to give her book ideas to publishers, and he rejects her and tells her to go try Woman's Magazine instead.
Oh,
Interesting.
okay.
Yeah, it was like 1994 or something.
Kumbaya.
Kumbaya.
I just remember seeing him and just going, "Come try it," on my TV, and my nan's like, "What?"
So apparently the character of Harlan was likely named after the controversial sci-fi author Harlan Ellison.
Probably.
Yeah. And Ellison actually wrote an episode of Star Trek, the original series. Is an
City on
episode
the Edge
called
of
The
Forever.
City of the Edge of Forever.
Sorry.
And that won several awards. No, you're the expert on Star Trek. So yeah, won several awards. But yeah, he was very abrasive.
Ah,
in
that's
his-
why. I was
in
going to
his
say,
real
is there a
life.
reason?
Harlan was a unique character for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So,
I love him so much. I just want to say, Pac-Man D3, after spending the last 2 weeks catching up on our content, is here. Hello.
Hi, Pac-Man.
Nice to see you.
hello. He's the mayor of a show called Cedar Cove. I am Harlan. Handshake. That is so funny.
This episode always like makes me happy, but really sad at the same time.
Yeah, it is really sad.
This is really sad. Like his life sucks.
Well, you feel for him.
Well, he's been
Yeah.
alone for what, like hundreds, if not thousands of years?
Long time.
Yeah. And it's not like he can just sort of power down and wait till someone enters a Stargate. Like he has to keep this plant running.
Correct. Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
Once it's off, that's it.
Exactly. So the planet Altair is likely named after the planet from the movie Forbidden Planet. If you guys have seen Forbidden Planet.
Not seen that.
I know it. Not seen it.
I have actually
Okay.
seen it. It's a bit of a trip.
Well, that's different.
Oh, because I studied film in at university, so
Yes.
we watched it because it's got all these like Freudian like overtunes, but it was a bit of a trip.
Hmm.
But also I have a bit of a thing for Leslie Nelson Young.
Yes. Dan Ben said something interesting that I actually do realize later on, which is O'Neill, the human one, wakes up later, which might be a goof that you already have on your list, Evie. He says Harlan's name.
Yes, he does.
He already knows who Harlan is, and it's just like, did he talk to him?
I don't think it's a goof. I think that they've just been keeping them there. Yeah. I
guess they woke up at some point and he was like,
where have you been?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Yeah.
So that's a goof that happens at about 36 minutes.
Yeah, if it is a goof.
Because
oh god, you are female, and you are whatever you are. Oh no,
oh,
she really has to cope with so much in the first season.
Yeah, good old 1997.
It's like this whole season has been bookended by like these these comments about her sexuality. It's like at the very beginning and the very end of this season.
Yeah,
like an emancipation as well.
Yeah. But I'm glad they kind of move on from that at some point. You know, they kind of make their point early on.
They make the point, yeah.
Stop doing it. So, because it doesn't need to be talked about as often as it has been so far.
I remember watching this episode and wanting to pull out my calculator when he starts saying the numbers, and then Jack answers it, and it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you do all feel better, right? No longer hungry or thirsty.
He goes, of course you do. It's like...
Better. I just like how he says better.
Oh yeah, better how?
Better.
Listen closely.
It's the way they're all just ready to like just wrangle his neck. They're just like, just stop.
Jay is great.
It's funny that SG-1 like kind of hates him so much, but like we as the audience love him.
He's an ergo progenitor.
I was literally gonna say he is the like, you know, Prius Ergo, but I think he's like less annoying than Ergo.
Oh, sure.
You know,
I think that Jay could have done Ergo.
Yeah,
I think he could have
done been able to pull off the flare that Dom does, but I think he could. I think he could have done it.
If they wrote it for him,
Dom had a lot of ad libs.
I think it'd be good.
Yeah, very much.
Yeah,
I would love to get a hold of all that B-roll.
Oh yes, that would be very amusing. So apparently Jay Brazeau, am I right in saying that his performance in this episode gained him a Gemini nomination for best performance by an actor on a guest role?
I don't know. If so, that's phenomenal. Oh. I hope that's true.
Let me see here.
He deserves that.
Oh dear.
Earned a Gemini nod for his guest spot on Stargate SG-1.
Nice.
Turner Classic Movies. And we went through his entire commentary without bringing it up. Oh, gosh. With him. The one that I had with him.
Yeah.
Terrific.
That was
too humble.
Well
too
done,
humble.
Dave.
I would have brought it up.
I didn't know.
Myself.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's not you. I'm saying him.
No, I should know these things, though, when I'm sitting down talking with the actor.
It was a bit of a rough stream, though. The audio kept on cutting out.
Gosh.
This is better. I'm dead.
So, when Jack uses the scalpel in his arm to expose the machinery,
so gross. I love it.
It's very similar to that scene in the Terminator.
Very much
and
so.
I kind of think
Terminator
it's a little
2.
bit reminiscent of like the inner workings, like the mechanics of the arm is
it's
a little
so
reminiscent
cool
of Luke's prosthetic arm in Empire.
Yes.
As well.
That's what I always think of. That's why I love seeing Luke's prosthetic when he's got his wrist open and he closes the little flaps. Love that.
The little door, yeah.
Yeah.
He starts hacking into it with, the scalpel. I remember, sitting in my bedroom at 14 years old and saying, are they really going to show this on television?
Yeah. I remember when I was a kid, I was like, whoa. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
look at that.
yeah.
Oh,
it's hard to watch.
It's a bit squeamish.
Grim.
It's cool though. It's a cool effect.
Ironically, I had to look away for the needle, but with the knife, no problem.
Interesting.
I don't do needles, but knives, easy.
I love how Doc Fraser's just like, what's going on here? She's just watching.
Gross.
Okay, where's the button? Gotta find the button. There's the button. Okay.
Why is it white? Not anymore. It's not. Raywood said Tilk's even quieter than usual. Should be a red flag.
Processing that he has no symbiote.
Yeah,
I will say he is quiet though because isn't he having that like internal kind of struggle with his symbiote?
Most of this episode is that, yeah.
Yeah, so he's not even truly himself. He's got a combination. So This is where I learned what his grandkids are called.
Brad Wright's daughters.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tessa and Kayla Wright.
Yeah.
Put that in the next trivia, please.
I try to limit the real world stuff.
Yeah.
989.
My goodness.
They're number 1 on his speed dial. Is it number 1?
My
Yeah.
grandchildren? Yeah.
Yes, my grandchildren.
The president.
No, the next one.
That's great. And I think it's
Ted
actually
said I joined at
them
the right time. Yes, you did.
In season 4 that we see them. So.
Oh, playing outside?
Uh-huh.
Is it them?
Wow.
Yeah.
In Chain Reaction?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love that.
Might as well. Yeah. At this point, they have every right to be terrified.
Yeah, you can't even be mad at their fear.
We don't know what whoever out there is capable of. So.
God, just having to deal with these like really extreme, weird situations on the fly
Every week.
Just yeah.
I'd need like major therapy.
Mm-hmm.
I do love that Daniel is so like wow about all of this.
So is
But
Sam
that's
to a
typical
certain
for him.
extent. Yeah.
At this point, he's kind of in awe of the universe. We don't get
Yeah.
cynical Daniel until he falls.
I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't mind being, in this position. Imagine how much you could get done.
Yeah.
Wouldn't want to live
Oh,
forever, but extend it a
He'll
bit.
just
want
look
to
so
sleep.
uncomfortable in his own body.
Yeah.
And they need power.
Yeah.
I love that
Imagine
they
not
can
having
like
any range of movement.
they can kind of sense what's going on with Teal'c. They've got like a really, like Daniel's like, "You're right, like what's going on? You got a vibe, and also you're missing something."
Yeah, they've they've been on so many missions together at this stage. They just know how to read each other's like really subtle signals. Plus, Teal'c just looks really put out.
I mean, you guys have been on vacation with each other for a month. At a certain point, certain things start to annoy you, and I've been in the same situation, and they read each other the same way. At a certain point, there are just certain things that you're willing to put up with and not willing to put up with, and that's one of the reasons why Jack is at his wit's end here.
I'm sure I've annoyed Yvie at some point, but I will say right now, I don't think Evie's done anything that's actually ever annoyed me.
Oh, I doubt that very much.
Miracle. Nah. Adam has annoyed me. Just, but you haven't. I don't think you could do anything wrong, like ever. Not with me, anyway. I'm sure you could tick off a bunch of other people, but I love you too much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. So what do we
I was
do
actually
with
just
them?
thinking about going on holiday with you again, so that was nice.
Oh, yeah, that would be swell.
We need to organize that. Oh, don't do that.
No, he'll just make more, and he'll be thankful.
Yeah.
Gonna make a whole army.
I like this
transferred.
episode because
Not transferred.
they think it's a transfer, and the whole time we agree that it's a transfer, and he just keeps saying you can't go back, and it's really sad.
There's a similar DS9 episode called Whispers.
Oh, okay.
Which has a great
Wait, I
twist
think
at the
I
end of it.
Oh, I think I've heard that episode described.
Basically,
Is that the Oh, you describe it.
O'Brien character. O'Brien comes back from a mission, and everyone's like really weird around him. We think that there's something wrong with him, but he's in fact a doppelganger. So
Oh, wow.
It's a great sci-fi. So
Wasn't there also an episode of Star Trek where you assumed it was like the characters that you know in the flesh, but it turned out to be like a whole ship of androids, and then they all died?
Oh, that's Voyager.
Voyager, okay.
Yeah, they were the mimetic aliens from season
and
4.
then
They
at
come
the
back in season 5. It's Course Oblivion.
Okay, because then doesn't like the actual crew like come up?
They come right upon them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just missed them. It's sad.
That's a sweet ending. That's a sweet ending.
I love
though.
that reaction.
Yeah, the build up towards the trial.
Lockwatcher just put
up
a terrible joke into the chat, and I love it, which is maybe they could run to O'Malley's Bar and Grill if they need energy.
Get some steaks.
What's a good reference?
Some steaks and Diet Coke.
I like the Diet Coke.
Yep.
It tastes better.
Diet soda tastes better, yeah.
You are angry. Oh, these two are perfect.
No.
He's just so happy. I don't want to hear that.
What inspired the accent? Because he's kind of putting on like a slight accent.
It's a great accent. Don't know what it is. Adds to the character for sure. It's great.
Jay?
Yeah, Jay.
Well, yeah, he's an alien, so yeah.
I love how a lot of them don't speak in contractions.
It's one of those shortcuts to alienness.
Better. Oh.
Just can't even be that mad.
Just not vibing with it like Harlan is.
Well,
no.
Their lives have been stolen from them.
No, exactly. I'd be pretty upset watching it. I'm like, but if it was me, I'd be a bit like, being trapped. Obviously, the season 4 fix of having the portable ones is a good way to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you go out and then you go home to go sleep.
Well, once you stop, I mean, it's just been Harlan, so they probably help him stop putting out all these fires by probably.
Then they can actually start excelling in other areas.
Because he's got Carter, so the combined IQ of the planet has gone up by a few points.
Yeah.
So why do you think Harlan has not used the Stargate because he doesn't want to leave his planet?
He's the only one left. I don't guess that
or is it like he can't risk
thing? I think he can't risk it falling into disarray, and if he's gone too long, then everything will go.
No, just leave it, abandon it.
I think
he can't leave because of power. Yeah,
I think they brought it down there with them as an opportunity to escape, and then they became what these things are, and he kept it there in the hopes that more would come. And he would just plug them in. So
yeah, it's not great. Yeah, let's not just murder the last of a species.
An entire race? Well,
yeah.
Not really a race, are they? Would you call robots a race? It's probably getting too technical.
They weren't. They weren't. They became synthetic.
I played a really disturbing game recently that really talked about humanity and what it means to be a machine. It was called Soma. It was phenomenal. And in it, it's incredible.
And you're getting this book.
I don't know if it's a book. I just know it's a game. It could be based on a book.
It's a reference.
Okay. No, I've heard it referenced somewhere. Maybe I heard it referenced as a game. Sorry.
That's fine. That's fine.
I totally did hear about that in a Stargate podcast on this episode.
Interesting.
Oh, amazing. Okay, well, what I was just going to say very quickly, as quickly as possible for such a complex game, is that people are getting transferred into robot bodies. They don't realize they're like machines yet because they've just been transferred. And then as time goes on, they're being transferred as copies. So they can't actually transfer along. So the previous person you transfer from has to kind of be left behind because you can't transfer between locations properly. Like you can't walk to the next location. You can only copy yourself somewhere else to carry on living there.
Right.
So that means the old you dies, but the other you lives, and it becomes about that.
And is there some like degradation like the Asgards?
Everything's just died.
Like a copy of a copy
of
a copy?
Gone bad. No, everyone's copying just fine, and there's degradation of the planet, and everything's gone bad. But the idea is they get to live on forever. In the end, inside machine bodies, but then finally in like a box that's shot into space that maybe like a black box of personalities that will one day get found. But it's really twisted because it's like then you kind of once you're copied into the new one, you don't realize that the old version of you is dying somewhere. And it's really twisted. And in the game, you spoilers, you find out you actually died like 100 years before. So the original you was gone, and there have been many copies of you, and it's just like it's a bit mentally, and also morally weird and unjust. So yeah, I just find robots utterly fascinating with that whole idea that they're copied and not transferred. I love that this episode kind of does that because it's really quite, sad.
Oh, he's gonna have a breakdown.
Literally.
Yeah.
I feel really bad that he's doing this. He does.
Yeah.
And he just decides to go evil. Which I don't understand.
I feel like maybe the weird gold split was triggering him to lose this mental battle. I feel like Teal'c would never lose a mental battle against a Gould, but Robot Teal'c might lose.
Robo Shoulder.
The Robo Shoulder.
Sorry, I should have led with that, given that that's your new thing. So that stuff looks nasty.
You don't want to eat it?
Nah.
It looks like honeycomb.
Yeah. It's all gooey and nasty looking. I want to poke it.
This is gluing stuff on.
I love it. Just this whole place is just haphazardly thrown together.
That's the thing.
He's MacGyvered a few things, but he's had to do that.
They should have made that an alien phrase for his character. They're like, what's that? It's like, oh, nothing. Raywood said steam coming through his ears would have been funny. Yep.
That would have been really cool.
Yep. This breaks my heart.
So they did leave.
Yeah.
Some of them did, yeah.
See the portable power
they did have portable power sources.
But obviously they need to come home to recharge at some point, don't they?
Oh.
So, which is the issue.
They killed themselves. Walked up to the surface and died.
Why would Wallace go? I'm so sad.
Wallace didn't go.
No, he died, obviously.
Yeah.
But that's it. Like Wallace went and then just left him to go fix stuff and obviously died in an accident. Do you think it's a bit
of I mean, it's probably just a coincidence, but it's like almost a little bit of foreshadowing to universe with Eli Wallasse. He was also kind of the last to go.
I don't think it was, but now you said it breaks my heart. Why?
Yeah, no, it's that was definitely not intentional.
No, it doesn't sound intentional.
We asked
it makes me so sad.
Everyone thinks that Eli was named after Eli Wallach, and we asked Brad, and Brad said that Eli's named Eli Wallace because Rob typed Eli Wallace.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes it just happens.
Enough.
Yeah.
I liked hearing the story of all the different people and how they went out. It's like horrible to hear, but it's really like fascinating to hear why everyone went out and what happened.
It explains why he's alone.
Yeah, it's just really cool. I like that they're telling and not showing. Saves money, and something about it is eerie and upsetting.
I don't even like you.
You're gonna be here a long time. Gotta learn to like him. Maybe we should have asked them if they wanted the gift first.
Exactly. I guess he couldn't really risk them saying no because he really needs the extra help.
Yeah.
I have to say, in 25 years, Jay doesn't look any different.
No, I saw him
except
and I
for
was
the facial hair, but yeah,
he just got a beard. That's all.
I was shook.
It's like, are you getting
maybe he is artificial intelligence?
He really is an android.
I love the way he like slaps and plays around with the computers to make things work.
Yeah, he doesn't know what he's doing. He's just hammering away. But
it's great.
It makes it look good. So
it's all the alarms. This is what my boyfriend does with his car. All those warning lights and alarms, and he's like, nope, let's just turn those off.
Oh, he just ignores them?
Into submission. No, I'm joking, obviously.
Oh, okay.
He's got some things he can ignore and like fix later, but it's
That's
like,
fair.
emergency things we've got to sort out right now.
Oh god.
Like, think of all the things that Harlan's got on the go right now. He's like, I got to prioritize all the bad and good things because my boyfriend's car broke down in like 7 different ways.
Oh, jeez.
He's just got a new car to replace it because it was getting so bad.
Well, I haven't used my car since November of last year because the check engine light came on and it had only just been serviced and I was too scared to drive it again after that. Gosh. So I'm sure the battery's dead by now.
Do you know what that is on the monitors? It just dawned on me what that is.
What is it?
It is the webbing that you put in your drawers underneath your silverware.
Oh, I know. The non-slip mats.
The non-slip mats. That is exactly what that is. It's got to be. Look at that. Like the ends of it are all like. See?
Yes, it does look like it's cut from a roll because you can buy that stuff in a big roll.
At first, I thought it was gift wrap, but I don't think that could be anything else.
Wow, unlocking the secrets.
Right, exactly.
Of set design.
You cannibalize everything from dental tools to, everything.
Yep.
So.
Oh, you just have to be like so good at out of the box thinking and just so creative to come up with all these different props.
Raywood, shelf
and set design.
Yes,
it's so cool.
There you go. Now he's getting the spirit. $6 million man.
Oh, look at this guy. Look at him. Poor guy. And the smack he's about to give it. He's like, this will make it better. With my Xbox, if I just shook it and gave it a little tap in the right spot, it would start working again. My old 360. The good old days of technology.
The red ring of death.
Yeah.
Semi ring of death. I can't remember.
Yeah, you got to just shake it. Like, if you shook it a couple times and like got the dust moving a bit, you might be able to get a few more hours of playtime.
Oh, wow.
Me and Petter just have a life of just haphazardly thrown together things. It's great.
It's MacGyvered.
Yeah, we were fixing his car the other night because it had a warning light with an actual problem, and we were like, "Whoa!" And we fixed that. So, but yeah, he sold it as a result.
He sticks his head in there.
It's very dangerous. Also, there's no torch. All you're going to see is darkness. Come on, man. Geez. Oh wait, sorry, he's a robot. You can probably see in the dark.
Yeah. Do they have like a?
I don't know.
Special
they
sight.
Didn't notice that they were that anything was different. So I suspect, unless they're pulling on something or jumping off of something, I don't think that they're aware that anything has really changed.
Yeah.
So, other than they don't feel hungry. Whoa. Okay.
Oh, hey, Teal. Thanks for helping.
Steamy. Oh, it's not going to get any better for Jack.
Nope. Teal'c
Teal'c's already
Apophis.
Yeah. Well, he's already strong, so has this made him even stronger?
Yeah, I think so.
I do really like the scar Jack's about to get.
Yep.
I'm sad we don't see it the next time. But that's okay. Obviously, it would have fixed it. He's a robot, but, chicks dig scars, so...
Well, he gets a nice scar in the next episode. The whole eyebrow.
Yeah, I was gonna say I love a good eyebrow scar. I shouldn't. I feel like I shouldn't.
Gets the eyebrow scar the next
bad
one?
boys, but I like it.
Yeah, in there, but for the grace of God, it's in the alternate reality, obviously. But he ends up
the
with
slip brown.
I forget the story of how he got that. Oh, well, there's
I
the
think
answer.
I think I cover
right
it.
Cheek.
Cover it in my notes.
Ah, okay, there you go.
Oh, steam burn. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
If you back away to like a non-dangerous point, you can get little blackheads out with that. A steam facial.
I want one of those disintegrators.
Yeah. The disintegrator is very cool. You could get rid of all that nasty traffic. When you're on the road.
I don't want to kill anybody, but I'll happily destroy their cars.
No, they'll just drop out of their vehicles and land on the ground.
Yeah, in the seated position, still holding on to things that aren't there anymore, confused.
Still
Pretty
holding
good
onto a
makeup
steering wheel.
job.
That's why I like
It
the
is
scar. It looks really
impressive.
cool.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's going to leave a mark, Lockwatcher said. That's funny. It's one of my favorite lines from Seinfeld. You know, a lot of these will just buff right out.
Yes. It just reminded me of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, where the guy's like, "That's going to leave a mark," and he doesn't know what it means.
Oh yeah,
that's.
I'm not gonna lie. I was trying to resist saying it's like that's gonna leave a mark. He doesn't even know what it means. God, that character is so funny. Is it like Jason Stentley or something? The worst captain ever.
Yes.
I would have hated production. Okay, you want me to lay here half naked in goo.
In goo.
I was gonna say, is that just like baby oil?
I don't know what it is.
Or like lube?
So one of it's not really a goof, because I don't know how they could have done it any other way, but apparently you can still see Christopher Judge like breathing, but like,
well,
how
yeah,
can
I
you
mean,
not be?
he's well, yeah, that's true.
Because he's still rendering, you know.
Right. He is rendering an animal fat. Wouldn't it be a shame if he destroyed them?
Oh man, yeah, he's not a murderer.
Yeah.
Well, he needs the real ones on standby to make more.
Could you make a whole army of Jacks and then, give all of us fans one each?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like the whole Oprah,
happy.
You get a Jack and you get a Jack.
Yeah.
You get a Jack.
I'd be pretty chuffed. Research purposes, of course, nothing else.
Show, don't tell. One a great rule of science fiction.
Yeah. That's the thing. Sometimes I like the tell when telling a story, but sometimes the actual showing and just like not saying anything works beautifully.
Like one of the
it really
depends
depends
of like Battlestar Galactica and Islanded of a Stream of Stars. Anders gives us this download of information. It's like, you should have just shown us all this in an episode. It would have been.
I agree.
But I'm a very visual person, so I understand better if I see something. Yeah.
Oh, there they are, and they're kept their mouths shut. Cool shot. So they're conscious. They're just kind of.
Yeah. Why aren't they like fighting?
They're like
back
immobile.
I think they're immobilized.
Yeah.
So did he just stick the stuff over their mouth just to be like, hey, stop yapping?
Yeah, I guess so.
But the thing is that they wake up pretty unbothered. Like, what'd you do?
Exactly.
It's a bit weird.
It's a strange scene.
Yeah.
Especially since Jack starts talking like, where have you been? But
that's why I'm like, back. I find it weird that he's immobilized them, because he's actually like imprisoned them and forced them to stay there, but like they're okay with it.
Yeah.
Maybe,
essentially being drugged.
Right. Well, maybe they were kept in a chamber by themselves, but he duct taped their mouths shut for all intents and purposes.
Yeah.
And they're just talking over them. It's like, okay, come over here and
wake them up.
Reactivate or deactivate these fields.
Aww. That sound is great.
I'm not gonna lie, something about it. I like horrible sounds. It's like ASMR sometimes. They are really
everything
really
he knows
sad.
is a lie.
Yeah.
And then Harlan's just been what he is for so long, he just doesn't understand.
It doesn't occur to him, right?
Yeah.
That's an awful long time. Kind of.
Yeah.
2.0.
I will say some moments in this I'm like, oh, they've done the clone stuff pretty good, but there's one shot in here that really bothers me where it just really falls flat. So that looked like pretty okay, that shot, it's the Sam talking to Sam where I'm like, oh the special effects, get me out of here.
Oh, you didn't think it was good?
Oh, you're about to see it. It's gonna be awful.
I remember it
Yeah.
being awful.
Sometimes I do it better
I
than
remember
others.
it
Like, I
being
think they did a
pretty
pretty good job
bad.
on Ripple Effect.
Oh, Ripple Effect's amazing. I'm saying this scene
but
in a few seconds.
That's like, 9 years from now.
Yeah, see this shot here, cute. You know, Daniel,
it was very
Daniel
quick
good.
though.
Yes, very very quick, but perfect. Don't focus too much.
See, he's already been talking to him. As I promised, you're free to go.
Yeah.
So,
look, this shot here. Look, see, look at Sam here.
No, you're right.
Look at her head. It looks really weird.
You're right. On the right-hand side,
yeah, she doesn't look like she's standing there.
No, she doesn't.
She's a hologram.
It's like a little bit warped.
Yeah, it's warped, and she doesn't look like she's standing there. They've done better shots, and it makes me sad that shot's so weak.
That's fine.
It just always takes me out of it for a second. I can get over it, but
1998.
I know, but
I see.
Like he's just kind of left out. It's like
he had to sit down next to him and tell him to break him the news.
The thing is, by killing that other Teal'c, that was still Teal'c. You know, we're not really that bothered because it's like, oh, it's not Teal'c, but technically it was.
Yep.
And he got taken over by, the evil in him, and that's just really sad. This is actually really sad. I like Jack talking to Jack. I think this is really a good moment.
Can you imagine?
Well, who's gonna know and understand you better?
Poor guy. It's the way the human one's just trying to be kind of positive, and the robot one's just being rude. Dan Ben said back in the day, TV shows when they have the same person, it's kind of difficult to shoot that. I know, but I think that they could have done a better shot that better served it instead of trying to push the boundary on what they could actually achieve. Because like in the later seasons, they do have clones. Like in season 3, they have 2 Sams walking around, and they managed to do that pretty well.
In season 1 of Star Trek, they did a pretty good job with Kirk, and they just used a double.
God, that was 60s. Wow.
Yeah.
You just got to find the right angles, and I feel like that was just an unfortunate angle because all the other ones for the other clones have been pretty good.
Oh, see, Dan Ben has mentioned Phoebe and Friends with her twin sister. Yeah, that
they got away with that
either.
Like,
they got away with it,
could.
But it wasn't great.
Was that that was just the split screen?
It was just Lisa. Yeah, I think so.
It was often just the split screen and the back of her head, so they wouldn't have to show her face when showing the different sisters.
But that would have been about the same time as this.
Yeah. A few years earlier, I think, for some of the shots, but yeah.
Yeah, that started like early 90s, didn't it?
Oh, Lewis Cox said 1998, man, I was 8 years old. And Dan Ben said I was 10. I was a few months, so...
I was in my first year of high school.
Yep.
At least I'm
not like what I am, which is I'm a Gen Z, but I was raised like a millennial. But I don't like that I'm a Gen Z. It's like, oh no.
The code.
I like the fact that there's a bit of this whole thing. Pardon?
The codes thing would be really easy. Reset all the codes.
Yeah.
As soon as they are missing, their codes should reset.
Yeah. So. I like this moment. That's a really decent shot. They did that pretty well.
Yep.
That's what I mean. They could have just given Sam a better angle to, not have it look so shoddy.
I think part of it was the lighting.
Yeah, maybe.
I love the lighting of this set.
I love the yellows. Something about it,
yep.
Yeah, I like the fact that they didn't really trust each other, but they did at the same time. It's really sweet.
It would have been really hard to film in the low light.
Yes, I was going to say.
This is a great seed for the future.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I always wanted to live forever.
Just a few hundred years.
Perhaps you'll change your mind.
It's no big deal.
Harlan made me want to live longer. And then Jack was like, people aren't supposed to live forever. And I went, man's got a point. And then I thought about it and I was like, I'd probably get bored after a while, but a bit of an extension would be cool. Is that Dan Shay right there on the left?
Yes, that
looks
is.
kind of like him. You can kind of tell by his cheek that it's him. You can see by his ears.
Oh yeah,
well.
you can. Just from the side, it looks like him.
It's Jack's double or Jack's double.
Yeah.
It's Rick's double.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Should have that looked at. Oh, you can see, I forgot to mention there was another kind of goof. Apparently when he says that line, you can see Christopher Judge like suppressing a laugh in the background.
I've noticed that, kind of.
Damn. Maybe it's just Teal'c just, gaining a better sense of humor.
Right, yeah, of course.
Let's make that excuse.
It's learning the,
This is a
to
really
adapt the Earth sense of humor
episode. Like, it's so weirdly emotional.
I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I like
alternate
it too.
Dan Shay. There you go.
Yeah, I could tell by his face shape that it was him. He deserves the credit. Dan Shay's around a lot. Did you know that you see him in a proper shot in X-Men Days of Future Past as a cop who's about to get like murdered when Magneto's throwing stuff all over the gaff?
Ah.
Yeah, I remember going,
so what are we rating this one, guys? What are we rating this one?
5.
Yeah, I think it's probably a 4 for me, but I do enjoy it. Nicole?
I would probably give it. Did you say a 4, Yvie?
Yeah.
I'm going to say a 5, I think. I agree with David here. I obviously, you're close, so basically we all agree. Yeah, I'd say a 5. It's really good and really it has its very emotional moments and says a lot about life and, what it means to be alive.
This is 10 Man, everyone. Thanks for watching with us. All right.
What a good time. I need my camera back. I got too excited, too enthusiastic again.
Welcome back. There we go.
So I'm going to say this now. I don't know if I should be saving talking about my ratings during the thing or after, because I like to have,
It's fine as long as we have a cut. So
yeah, we've always done it mostly after. So I was like, oh, Yvie,
but if we run out of things to
and
talk
I had to think about it. I had to think about it. Really quickly.
The other points that I had to talk about would probably take us over, so I didn't want to bring them up.
Understood.
Go ahead. What are your?
Because I was going to mention that apparently there's a Stargate book called Hydra, written by Holly Scott and Jamie Duncan, where the Rogue NID steal the duplication technology to create their own SG-1 for use in off-world missions.
That's cool.
But they try to incorporate the Goa'uld code from Teal'c's Jr., and then things go awry.
What is with these people making? I haven't either, but like I want to read it now. They're like, why do they always do these stupid things? It's like in Arc of Truth with the NID with the chip where they flip it and put it in the Asgard drive.
Was he
and
NID?
Well, hell breaks loose. It wasn't NID. It was a new thing, wasn't it? What was he?
Yeah, it
wasn't NID, but it was like a. That's it. It was IOA. Yeah.
Oh,
and
okay.
it's just like, what is with these guys sticking their fingers in and messing around with stuff? And it's like we've explained why you don't mess with this stuff and why this is a bad idea. Like I'm sure they did a mission report about Teal'c going all bad.
It's the human tendency to say that my ideas are better than your ideas, which may be totally unfamiliar to you guys, but it tends to be a constant in the species. No, you're not doing it right.
Let's take your
my
okay
lived
idea
experience is
and make it better, right? And then watch it go terribly wrong. Still.
You mean better,
better, stronger, faster.
I didn't know what that was until like a few years ago.
So I was on Reddit the other day and I was just going through like the comments about this episode, and someone made the point that it's like our first taste of sort of SG-1 working with like opposite themselves in some way, shape or form.
Right.
Yeah.
And we obviously see them again in Double Jeopardy.
Woo!
I know. I like that.
I'm so excited. It's such a good episode.
And we do encounter multiple SG-1 doppelgangers in the future.
Yeah, we do. What a mess.
The other point I wanted to bring up was that I read somewhere that Harlan was described as an odd combination of droll and selfish. You simultaneously pity and deplore him. I think that's a pretty apt description.
Yeah, I love him, but I'm also kind of annoyed because I'm just like, oh, what you've done is pretty like crappy.
It's pretty bad, but he's also really likable on the
That's
the
thing.
hand.
That's
like many characters in Stargate
endearing.
who make mistakes for
He's an early Ergo.
cultural differences.
An early Ergo. Pre-Ergo.
So we've got Lockwatcher gave it 4 chevrons, was at 5, but Jay made it to 5. So is it 4 or 5? Raj says 5 out of 7. Lewis Cox 5 chevrons. Lockwatcher still for me a 5. Ray Wood 5. Jed Ted 6 chevrons. Hog Wild 5 out of 7. So yeah, not too bad.
Yeah,
Purple
seems to be
Homo,
around the
6.
4 to
I
6.
don't want David to become angry. I'm not gonna be angry. So
with the half
give it a 1.
chevrons.
I don't care. It's fine. Yeah, also the Lord Protector from the tower. That is absolutely correct.
Yeah,
so.
I think
That's
someone
true.
mentioned that quite early on. Yeah.
While we're still on the topic of Tin Man, I also wanted to do just a quick small business plug.
Yes.
For yes, let's do the plug.
For Valerie Gershman of Dragonstorm Studios, and she makes these really incredible enamel pens. And I have her come try one. I'll try and see if you guys can see it.
Ah.
So I had to wear it today, obviously.
While we're
so she's got an Etsy account.
I'm gonna grab something I should have plugged a long time ago, and I keep forgetting to plug. Right, our lovely friend Brazat made this lovely mission report. And he makes a lot of Stargate memorabilia type stuff. Yvie's got one as well. Yeah. And I asked mine to be filled with certain Abydos reports because Abydos is a classic.
That's really cool.
And he makes a lot of cool stuff with, his team, his friends, his other fellow Stargate fans. And it's just really cool. A lot of little details. It's really fun, really interesting. And I just like having a piece of, Stargate in my house. It's not like a actual prop or anything, but it's just a little bit of something.
Of the prop work, what prop works.
Yeah. He's all
sold,
about all about screen accuracy. So it's probably pretty
he's
close.
always doing collections of, so he says here, original props, sets, costumes. He likes to try and do restorations if he can, as well as create new stuff for conventions. So I'll include a link after this is done where you can go and check him out.
There we go. Well done, all. Yeah, Gate Gabber 5 for me. It's an important episode. So there we are.
I'm glad we all mostly agree. It's a good time.
Almost just
there
one
before the grace
off
of God
between us.
There before the grace of God is so good.
I know. One of my personal favorites. I'll have to.
You guys ready to get into it?
Yeah, I am as ready as I could ever be.
All ready.
Get up the hardware so I can make sure that we're doing this right. So, okay. Oops. Okay.
All right, ready when you guys are.
This is a solid episode. I'm interested in sharing this one with y'all.
Yeah.
Yes, one of my personal favorites and my favorite from the first season.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. In 5, 4, 3. This is the Wormhole Extremists. I am David, and I am with Nicole.
Hello.
And Yvie.
Hello.
And this is There But For the Grace of God.
This is one of the greatest episodes of Stargate.
It really is. And I didn't realize that the title references a quote from a 16th century English preacher called John Bradford. And the quote was, "There but for the grace of God I go," or "go I," which was meant to be an expression of humility. And when used, the speaker is acknowledging that outside factors have played a role in one's success in life. So that was kind of cool.
Yep.
And apparently there's also a similarly named MacGyver episode from 1991 called "There But for the Grace." Yeah.
Interesting. I love the alien star map. That's really cool. That's behind.
Yeah. Yes, that is awesome.
I wish we got to find out more about the people that were here.
Yes, it's a real pity.
They were collectors.
They were just cool seamen. I love the panic. Getting here and seeing this.
Here we go. As soon as he sees this, it's like, we've got a problem. It's a gold symbol.
Love that. Yeah. More info, please.
Yeah, let's haul out of here. Eek.
We better get a move on. Otherwise, they would just spend a lot of time walking around here, collecting all of these beautiful souvenirs, as Vala would say.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yes, thank you. The plug of Vala. Yes.
So coming up, there's a bit of a continuity goof with Daniel in the camcorder. So he puts it down to stuff the artifacts into his bag. And before he picks up a second artifact, the recorder is on the table, and then the camera pans out and it disappears.
Well.
Lockwatcher says Power-Tech Labs was used there before the Grace of God, also Warwick's hangar in Space Race. I'm guessing that's
Yep,
true?
that's correct. That's correct. So yeah, Power-Tech Labs in Vancouver is a testing laboratory for electrical equipment, and yeah, it is used in Space Race as Warwick's hangar.
I always get a lot of anxiety about the mirror, and yeah, you're right. The camera's gone. Damn it, Yvie. When he picks up the remote, when they explain later how it works in season 3, it's like, whoa, that is not precise or like specific in any way. Like you could be finding a world that's like close in every way except one tiny detail.
There should be like a warning sticker, or there should be like, it should be harder to turn on.
There should be bigger instructions on how to use this thing. The remote shouldn't be so goddamn small without an interface of an actual screen. Anxiety.
So do you guys think that this is built from Naquadah, just based on the look of it?
Yes.
It kind of has the same texture as the gate.
I would love to.
We never find out. We never find out who built it, do we?
No. Nope.
Because you kind of like assume that maybe it's the ancients, but then they didn't really have a lot of interest in like exploring like the multiverse. So I don't know.
I mean, they've got all of their own problems at home, The thing is, you can't really like worry about protecting the multiverse when you've got your own universe is its own thing. You've got so many issues.
So many issues closer to home.
Yeah, it's why other SG-1s dying are always like, it's not our SG-1.
They've left him before. I love that implication.
Yeah, I hate when that happens.
Can we just acknowledge how cool that shot was?
It's a really good shot.
It's very
passing
awesome
in front of the device, and then the glow from where he used to be standing into the new room that he's in now.
Yeah.
So this episode's directed by David Worry-Smith, and it's his first Stargate outing of 12. So we can, I guess, thank him for the cool camera angles.
Absolutely.
Hello.
Well,
this is different.
Interesting.
That's a lot of weapons to have trained on a single person.
Just a random question. Are colonels usually like, do people get to like such an old age being still a colonel? Because I find it weird seeing General Hammond as a colonel at his age.
I mean, Major Davis is going to be 70 and still a major. So.
Oh gosh, you're right. Ugh.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
But like, I don't know, maybe in this reality, Hammond's had different things to focus on.
Yep.
Because I was going to mention there's actually this is one of my favorite fan fiction stories called Meet You on the Other Side by L.S. Grimm 91, and it actually fleshes out this world a lot more detail. Okay. And in her story, I think Hammond's wife had cancer, and so he was sort of more like focused on that.
She had cancer in our reality too.
Yeah, but like, they really fleshed it out in the story.
Probably quit the military for a while.
Yeah, he just sort of just more put more focus into taking care of her rather than focusing on his career and advancement within his career. Also, I was going to say the second and third shots of Michael Shanks in these opening credits are from this episode.
They are, which is why I love them so much. That one gives me anxiety
and that
every
one.
time. And this is when he's saying goodbye to Catherine, and it makes me so happy.
Will is joining us. William.
Oh, hello, William.
F7 Super Serial. So there are only so many slots for promotion. That's a fair point. So
William and Finian, I hope.
I was going to throw in a story from my childhood. So when I was a kid, I had to write an English story. Just throw in any story in my English class, and I just chose to get a quantum mirror, just copied that, and just wrote a thing about alternate realities. And then no one in my class knew what Stargate was, but someone had made their own story about traveling to other worlds, and they'd used a Stargate on the cover of their of their one. They didn't even know what Stargate was, and I saw it, and I like lost my mind because I was so annoyed. I was like, "You're using the gate, you don't even appreciate what it is."
That's hilarious.
So
side note, this is our first episode featuring an alternate reality, and obviously the first episode with the quantum mirror.
Catherine's back.
But we do see it again in season 3 and also in season 9. It's mentioned in Ripple Effect because Dr. Lee confirms it's been destroyed by Hammond's orders.
Yeah, he's like, oh, if only we could return them all back to their realities with the mirror.
And I was actually reading as well that about 4 days before this episode aired, there was an episode of The Outer Limits called In Another Life that also featured a quantum mirror.
No.
Or well, the term quantum mirror at least.
They used the actual term.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it was co-written by Brad Wright, so it makes like perfect sense.
Oh, okay. Story by David Kemper.
I'm really excited.
It's he's actually more famous for his Farscape episode.
Oh yes, David Farscape. Kemper. Yes, let's do it. Fargate SG-1, more for it.
Fargate. Gosh.
I love seeing Elizabeth Hoffman again as Catherine.
It was a wonderful surprise. Absolutely wonderful to have her back. This is a very dark world.
It is really dark.
They're being ripped apart upstairs.
It's funny that this is the episode where Daniel's kind of talking about how kind of perfect his world is by comparison at the moment. The mention of Ernest coming up. Oh, just I get so excited about seeing her reaction to hearing. She's like, what? It's great.
Yeah.
And she gets to find out twice that Ernest is alive. We get to witness it twice.
That's true.
If he does exist, if he is alive in this alternate reality, he may have slipped and fallen into the sea.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know.
Right. That's the thing.
So the hypothesis of different realities was first published by the American physicist Hugh Everest in 1957. So it wasn't even that long ago, really. But it didn't gain much traction until about 1970, apparently.
Is he who Mount Everest is named after?
I wouldn't have thought so.
Let's see.
It was Hugh Everest III.
George Everest, a surveyor general of India.
This is like one of the first episodes where I see like Daniel truly kind of losing his crap.
And he has legitimate reason to.
It's great. I love it.
You come home and usually. No one's in your house that you recognize.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like
it's your house, but everything's different. Like
the
furniture's all different, and it's in different places, and the people in there are different.
Yeah, you may know some, but they don't know you.
Yeah. He does an amazing job at this.
Yeah. I'm really glad that they give this stuff to Michael Shanks because his character is just so like sweet and innocent. So when you see him doing these kind of having these reactions, you're like, whoa, that range. Oh, yes.
Here we go.
Oh, her face.
Yeah. And the sound in the background, it's like
the fact that he knows that's such a fantastic way of getting her to realize that, you know, he knows her. Yeah.
So you
phenomenal.
See, Jack will have the split
it's his desk
eyebrow.
over in this corner. Where's his desk? his desk was like in a weird angle in season 8 when he's general.
Mm.
Is it in the opposite corner at the moment in this reality? I don't think I've ever noticed that.
Yeah, it looks like it might be facing
or it's a bit further out.
The side wall instead of the back wall.
Just a little
Yeah, it
bit
just looks a bit
SGA. Look at that.
Yeah, and look at that gross grey table. Ugh.
I don't mind it.
No, don't work.
You can go fly a kite.
So yeah, he's got the eyebrow thing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So it's kind of cool because
Chicks
like
dig
it's similar
scars.
to the injury that he sustains in
Broken Divide.
Demons in season 3 as well.
Yeah.
Which sort of more results in that permanent scar that you see later on.
Just start extracting information. Just tell me what you know. We are running. He doesn't know how urgent this situation is.
No.
He has no clue.
Yeah.
So they are on pins and needles.
Following rules isn't so important now when like the whole fate of the planet is like
this
right
whole
there.
teal conversation. oh dear. Daniel, you should have been quiet.
Yeah, the Abydos thing.
Oh, this is what pushes Jack over the edge.
He's like,
seriously,
I'm not
Jaffa's going to be on our team? No way.
Yeah.
Well, he's just sort of he's a lot. He's not as soft as he is, or he's not as soft as the Jack that we know.
Daniel kind of softened
because
him a bit as
well, and also he didn't go to Abydos. He didn't have
No.
that like life-changing mission to Abydos. And you know he didn't meet the people that he met, and it's just
But Charlie's
just come
still
from
dead.
a different place.
Charlie is still dead, sadly.
The Abydos mission still happened.
No, don't tell them, Trulak. Don't.
Oh, here we go.
Don't write it down. Don't write it down.
Yeah, this is the fork in the road.
Don't do it. It really upsets me that I know. It's so bad.
Well, Catherine wants him to stick around at this point to figure out what he knows, and she's trying to give something to Jack.
Yeah.
To make him valuable. So, teal. No, teal.
It's not the color. Oh, the wig! This wig is so good! I'm so excited.
This wig is great.
It is
Best
a good
wig
wig.
Yeah.
And it just gets worse from here.
Yep.
I just realized before that I made a mistake. I didn't mean Abydos, I meant Chulak.
Yes.
What are the odds another reality that's this different from ours would have a remote code while Washington and Philadelphia are gone?
Yeah. Yeah, it's really funny. Daniel going through with the remote iris code, like, he wouldn't have been able to make it. Like, there was absolutely no way in hell that should have really let him through, but I'm shocked that he got lucky.
Yeah. I think we've got a goof coming up when they're dialing Chulak. Walter is heard calling out the locked chevrons, but his lips don't move.
Well.
So my theory is that he's practicing like a ventriloquism act for like the SGA talent show.
Oh, that's great.
Ray Wood said, I'm glad they didn't go with the Star Trek evil goatee method. I haven't seen Star Trek enough to know what you're saying. However, alternate reality Teal'c in season 3 gets that horrible little tiny black beard thing. So let's hold our horses.
Well, we do have ponytail too.
Hey,
do!
It's General
Goodness.
Kerrigan on the screen there.
Yes. This is a great episode because it sets up like the fear. Like the Gould can often like because we have been with them so long, we kind of see them often as a joke in a way. Like I see Apophis as a big bag of laughs.
Yeah, but
however, this one makes me
largely
fear
an
him.
unknown in the first season.
Yeah, and even though I
Really
already know
works.
Apophis is quite funny and laughable to me now, in like a good way. He's great. I love him. This episode makes me actually fear him again.
The gun and the grenade are ours.
Yeah. Hogwarts said, do you think Jack killed everyone on Abydos with the bomb in this reality, or is that somehow similar to our reality in the result? I wonder if he killed the people on Abydos. Do we know the answer to that, guys?
We don't.
No.
I mean, considering that Daniel wasn't there, it's entirely possible that mission went south.
It's why it probably is still so cold. They got the
Yeah.
Abydos cartouche and just yeeted out of there.
Yep. Yeah, Hogwild. I say Jack killed everyone. Yep.
Yeah. Obviously, it had to go a bit differently, like not the 2-year survival of Daniel or something. They must have found what they needed in order to get the cartouche situation and find certain planets, but, you know, not in the way that we experienced it.
Here we go. Stop the nuke. Jeez.
Oh, I can't believe Jack did this. I remember I watched this as a kid. I was like, who, what? This is not my Jack.
All over again.
Yeah. Such a terrible call, but I mean, he's just operating on the fly.
So yeah. And the way that Sam's like, hey, we should be prioritizing saving these people instead of killing these other people, you know? And he's just not listening.
But where are all the people that they've evacuated? I guess they're just
hanging out upstairs somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yes, thank you, Daniel.
That's the thing.
Death Toll Earth's going to be everybody, so...
Blowing up a city, one of their cities, is not going to stop them.
No. I'm just going to murder Teal'c's family, and he's going to be even more salty about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You could have maybe had a chance with
good
Teal'c.
Reason.
Teal'c still had Braytech. You know, SG-1's influence has absolutely... Like, they have... their influence isn't needed for Teal'c to have that hope with Braytech. You know, Teal'c needs to be pushed over at some point by someone. And if he hadn't have murdered his kid just now, then, you know, it would have been possible to save Earth with the help of Teal'c. Not entirely, but do something at least.
So they were going to send another warhead. Keep doing it.
It's just cruel. Just stop.
Wow. Even Catherine's like, no, this is not.
Yeah.
Right.
And this is why your Earth isn't making it.
And Daniel's like, I'm never going to get home.
Right.
Yeah. Make love, not war, guys. It's just screwed up. It's the Stargate actually can do that.
Yeah, not until season 9.
So. Yeah, and very special,
I wish they had
unique circumstances.
I wish they had kept the Stargate's, you know, features very specific.
Yeah.
One of the problems that Rob Cooper said, one of the problems that they had when they first launched the show is people were like, what does the Stargate do? You know,
yes.
And they were trying
one planet to another.
Right. Yeah, but a change in time, a change in dimension, you know, and they were really trying to get specific with the rules so that people, you know, who were tuning in were like, well, what does it do? You know?
Yeah.
It is a space gate. That is all. It's not a time gate. It's not a dimension gate. So.
Yeah, I mean, I tuned into Stargate really randomly with my dad in random places, and my dad just went, okay, gate goes to other planets, and I went, cool, and then that was it.
That was your introduction to Stargate. Just a brief summary. It goes to other planets.
Yeah, and then he made me start memorizing the characters and actors just to test me, see how good I was, which is why I'm so great at this trivia now. I'm going to keep bringing it up.
Wow.
Yeah, everything's kind of a test with my family. Everything's a competition. It's always like you know, you should be practicing these things.
Wow, that explains.
Which is ironic because like half my family never finished school, so you know. But we like to test ourselves on things that like media and you know books and stuff. I love that he's searching himself. He's like, let me just check. Well, you know what's going on. Yeah.
If given a moment.
Egypt.
He could have left Egypt at any point though. He could be in like Japan, although you know he's pretty poor.
He's you know his focus is Egyptian.
I was going to say it's probably a good time to bring up the timeline. Apparently, this is approximately 2 years since the movie and approximately 1 year since Children of the Gods.
And we know he's dead.
A day before politics.
the big blot of red on Egypt. It's like,
he's dead because there's no entropic cascade failure. So
yes.
Oh yeah,
yes, that's
which is
true.
Not really
that's
a thing
true.
discussed until season.
Which they haven't.
Correct.
Yeah, they haven't.
Which was brought up because
yet.
Right.
So my friend Faye isn't like into sci-fi, but I made her watch Oh my god, what's the season 3 episode, guys?
Point of View.
With the alternate set, thank you. Point of View. And so my friend Faye was watching it and she saw the entropic cascade failure happening and she went, is it because there's 2 of them in one reality, before Sam even said it? And I was like, oh my god, yes, good, you're picking it up. Join me.
That up.
So
we're about to have a pyramid ship land on our roof.
Indeed.
Well, a hot talk, not strictly a pyramid ship.
Yeah, it's not good. I really like just the fact that Stargate is just so accessible because it gives you the rules and it explains things to you in a way that you can kind of pick up on what the answer could potentially be.
Yeah,
and it's a really good show.
They did pretty good at mainly sticking with like the rules that they'd established early on. Mainly sticking.
Amazing shot, by the way.
Yeah,
that's really
it's
cool.
A very cool shot. Because I think I've discussed this with you guys before. Like, I not too long ago watched Once Upon a Time, and they changed the lore of Once Upon a Time so many times, and it's just like, guys, come on.
It was kind of messy.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons I kept dropping in and out of enjoyment of it, so I struggled to get through.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, this shot, this pan up, oh, it's so good. Like, I'm stressed.
Very excellent shot.
Jed Ted said that Google photo of Daniel kind of invokes James Spader a little bit. Yeah, that's what I
was thinking. That's what I thought too.
Was very there with the hair.
I had to really look hard to make sure it was
yeah. His hair was so poofy. I genuinely, his face was so dark in that photo. I was like, "Is a shadow? Is that actually him, or is it James Spader?"
Yeah,
or did they splice him and James Spader
like
together?
A chance to do like a throwback to the movie.
You know what? That'd have been a great time because he could have looked a bit different in this reality. Not much different, but
yeah, that just gets complicated.
The point is,
window of opportunity. Well, they could all go with him to the planet with the mirror, and then gate from there to the beta site.
It's quite funny that Daniel's kind of like just a nuisance there, and everyone's just kind of like, oh, yeah, the point is move on, blah, blah, let's not talk about how we messed up and let's try and be productive. And Daniel's like, no, you need to take responsibility for the fact that you screwed up. So how about we talk about it?
Establishes the 38 minutes.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
I was going to bring that up.
Oh, sorry.
And the whole fact that the you're more than welcome to bring up facts.
We're all seasoned Stargate fans. I'm glad that we know some of these facts already, which is pretty cool.
I was going to say the lack of a DHD kind of is the reason why the Earth Stargate isn't able to dial any faster.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the reason?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll add that to my list of things to remember for trivia.
File that away for later.
Yeah.
Deep Space Transmission.
Dan Ben said James Spader, not Spider, right? Lol.
Yes.
Did I accidentally say Spider instead of Spader, or did I just say it too fast? People to understand me. Spader. I know it's Spader.
James Spader.
Spader. Oh my God, it's James Spader. I loved him in The Office.
Stop. You're freaking me out, man.
Sorry.
Jeez.
Beware the destroyers.
Yes.
They come from. Forget the sequence.
And here's your lotto numbers.
Right.
32.
Is one the coordinates the symbol for the originating gate? Was that the solution of the cipher?
F Defino. Oh yes, no, I think you're right. What, from their gate? From 1 till thing on their gate? Yes, it is. I think. It's a gate address at the point of origin.
Yep.
I just want to say that, like, I hadn't seen much Stargate when I saw this episode. So this really blew my mind. And
yeah, it's very clever.
Yeah, and the way they explain that, and the way also, like, it's quite kind of, as a child, it's quite hard to comprehend the way the constellations and the dialing works, but the way that Daniel explains how they're the numbers and a code, and it's, you match it. I was like, oh, that's such a cool way of seeing it.
There we go.
Yeah. Very convenient that you got the alternate reality on tape. Love it.
I don't think we ever get a look at their point of origin. We only do a couple of times.
No.
The planet with the residents. It's like that funnel tornado.
Yeah.
And of course the Antarctic Stargate.
Yes.
Why is the point of origin being the one thing that's dialed so early? Oh yeah, because obviously. Wait, no. Who's dialing first? Who's dialing which one? What? See, this always confuses me because if they're dialing in and we're dialing out, we're trying to like match the dials or whatever. Because then why is it being?
Well,
whatever.
They're using a dial home device and they can just punch them in.
Yeah,
we have to go all around.
But it's still going as slowly as R1 is, and they're kind of like trying to beat them to the punch. So are they having a slow dial from their end that's keeping as slow as R1? And did they put the point of origin in the middle? Because I don't know. It's weird because why would the point of origin be like the second or third one dialed in?
Yeah,
it's a goof.
Goofs.
It's a goof. I was literally about to bring that one up.
Oh, was it up? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that was something that always threw me off. Yeah, see, it's not even on there.
Yeah, he punches in the point of origin too early.
Yeah.
It's like Chevron 2 or Chevron 3 instead of
would
Chevron
it have been
7.
Randomly on their gate or like their version, but their version would have been their point of origin, so never mind. Look at me trying to find ways to excuse it. And it's not working.
No, it's just a goof.
Come on, guys.
F7 Super Serial. I've always loved O'Neill's fancy slap of his MP5 that was like, well, it's about to go to hell, so... I think this is the only time that there's a Jaffa fight in the corridors of the SGC.
Jaffa never really get close enough. They send other stuff.
Yeah, I mean we've got the super soldiers, in
the
Ashrak. The Ashrak.
Oh yeah, the Ashrak, yeah.
Yeah, the Ritu, but yeah, the replicators
running
obviously.
Around every now and again.
Great shots.
Yeah.
If you got the side of that shot, they did get it. Okay.
I'm sorry, was that the point of origin again on their gate? Would a point of origin be on other gates?
The point of origin would be for the unique symbol on every gate. But unfortunately, a lot of times they show an Earth symbol off-world, so...
Yeah.
Whatever.
Maybe it's just a symbol that looks really, really similar. And it's just a triangle.
I missed another goof, but I think it was kind of subtle. So when we saw Tilk, apparently his staff weapon jumps from his right to his left hand between the wide view and the close-up.
Or maybe he's a ninja and he moves it real fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, the capacitors, Lockwatcher says, the Stargate is held in place by mop bucket squeegees. Yeah, the capacitors on the Stargate are squeegee parts.
Yes.
Bucket squeegee parts.
Dan Ben said the second mirror episode, they're in the corridor. Yes, technically they are. Yes, thank you. Why do I think of that? They are running around having a firefight with Jafar in the SGC corridors in the other alternate reality episode. Silly us.
Oh, they fight the replicators in the corridor too. Did we mention that?
Yeah, but we're just saying David said the Jafar specific fights in corridors.
Yeah, no, I can't think of any others.
And it's twice.
The Ritu, the Ashrak, Near T.
Yep.
Flirty, dirty, nerdy.
I love that like black holes were still technically a theory, like, when this came out. And like lately we've got an actual proof of their existence. And I think that's just really cool. Like, how many more things is Stargate going to bring up about Einstein's theories of relativity that we're actually going to see come, to actual fact and proof? Exciting. Learning is fun.
Yeah, the universe is a very fascinating place.
Owen says, to Tilk fight Jafar in the VR training? No, he fights the super soldiers. Anubis are super soldiers.
You know their formal name?
Crap. How many? I feel like I know. Let me think on it.
To the audience, they'll come up with it. All right.
Yeah, come on, guys.
This is a great exchange.
No, I do know what they're called. I was overthinking it. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So do I.
Yeah, come on, audience. Come on, audience.
Let's wait until see who gets it first. This is a big ask.
It is a big ask.
Let's give up a bunch of people to get off world from your planet to someone else's.
Yeah.
To give me a chance to get home and warn mine.
It's like, you guys are already screwed. Just help me out as like a last bit of effort on your part.
Yeah.
But they could have gone with him. So, and then gated to the other planet.
Yeah, they could have.
Lewis Cox has it with Cull Warriors. Hogwarts said it a second later
Kill
with
Warriors.
a typo of Kill Warriors, and then fixed it with Cull Warriors. Good job, guys.
We're really behind on this episode. Like 30 seconds. There he is.
Oof.
And instead of a facial
Big
beard,
oof.
he's got a big thing of hair.
Yeah, I wonder what Forks in the Road kind of happened in this reality for him
that
to be
hair.
sporting such a fine ponytail.
It's a very, very lush, thick ponytail. So
yeah.
I always wondered how it stayed glued to the back of his head.
Yes.
We've got William
as well
in the chat with something that I've always thought, which is, why didn't they just gate to the beta site to save everybody that was left as quickly as possible, and then Daniel gates the other planet from there? Like,
yeah,
exactly.
I've always wondered that.
Point.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's academic because everyone's dead.
Yeah,
but that should have
doesn't
been
he just
the
say
plan.
that? Doesn't Jack say in the end this is academic? Did you just say a thing that's what he's about to say?
Does he say? I don't think he uses that term in this episode.
I feel like he does in a second. I don't know why. You just said it and then it triggered that. I've never heard anyone else ever use that phrase.
It's not intentional. You've never heard the term, the argument is academic?
Yeah, it's just not a thing that I've ever really heard of people I talk to.
Oh, okay.
You're smart people.
Not really. Just watch a lot of TV.
Still makes you smart.
Go talk to him.
It can't hurt.
Nope.
What have you got to lose at this stage?
Did you notice the lightning or the light going through this between the Stargate and the Iris? So the Iris only fits in the middle of the gate. They should have like duct taped, some dark patches on the other side of it. Ah, good old AV cables.
Yeah, classic.
Oh, that look between them.
And by the by,
the shipping moment.
Yeah.
Of course,
he always says
Daniel's
come
not gonna go away.
He does the same thing in season 8 Threads, where he says come here, kind of,
He does it a couple of times.
He does it a bunch of times.
Hogwarts he said it's all academic unless Carter can get the gate dialed. I think we actually just spoke over it. I feel like you said it, David, at the time, but he said it. Yeah. I'll go back and double check later.
Coincidence.
Yeah.
It was just, you've watched the episode so many times, it's just sort of buried somewhere.
It all kind of just bled together.
Don is great in this.
Yeah.
These are his men.
He's got such a commanding presence.
He does.
Let's go kick some Jafar butt.
Yeah, whoever you guys were mentioning who had fleshed out this universe, I would love to read that.
The short story, the fan fiction that I mentioned.
Yep.
It's one of my favorites. It's really good. She's actually written.
Did she publish it somewhere?
Written by an Australian.
Like in a book form? I'd love to get my hands on it.
So I don't think so. I think she won some. She won some like fan fiction.
Oh,
awards,
really? That's cool.
Like within the fan fiction community, so it's not like anything official.
I love that lovely. Face. That is a one-of-a-kind face.
Yes. I know everything about you, Teal'c. Jed Ted said, love our Jack and Sam reactions when they hear about the engagement. I am so excited to see the next episode. Just for the first minute.
Engaged.
Like, politics is a very skippable episode in a lot of ways. Except I like seeing Kinsey, closing everything down. Yeah.
Eats the scene.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. He really elevates that episode because that episode's pretty it can be pretty meh. And he really brings it. but like the first minute, I always just watch that, and if I want to skip politics and go to the next, I will. You know, if I'm rewatching, and so I go that first minute. Okay, now next, because it's just so fun to watch them reacting.
No, it's still a pretty important episode.
It is. Well, I might just skip to the end and then go to the next if for time sometimes.
Ow. So my cat's biting me.
Oh,
they are not that advanced. They steal their stuff from other people.
Yep.
If other aliens didn't leave a big like manual behind explaining alternate realities, the ghoul don't know it.
The reversal of this scene is fantastic. He's actually getting some kind of traction with them to make him stop. And then, oh, by the way, you screwed this up earlier.
Yeah, Teal'c is so close to like to listening and doing and helping. And it's so sad that Jack messed up so bad.
Right, because you know, he may have had the instinct to turn from his god just like he did in the other reality, but once his family's dead, he's not going to be helping this planet.
Yeah. He's given him so much leverage, though.
Don't mention your family. This is a mistake.
Here we go.
That was a mistake.
They are dead.
You killed them, my dude.
Great twist. Yep.
Oh, look at him. He's like, he's like, I doomed all the people in this facility and maybe others on Earth just because of that.
Like the camera angle and like the look on his face just before his shot
also,
as well.
He just murdered
the realization
his
that he's
son.
Just really screwed up.
Yep.
Jack's son also died, so like he must know how bad that feels to lose a son. So it's like he kind of, I feel like he takes it as I deserve this.
Oh my god.
He sadly is like, yep, this is it. I
sold that prop.
Did you?
Oh, did you?
Yep.
The
big star
the stand with the gun.
Yep.
Wow.
Wow.
Cool.
Can you imagine? He would have been severed in half.
Mm-hmm.
Ted said, I wish someone would mod God of War on PC to give Kratos that ponytail.
No, it's still left on.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he would have been screwed if it had an auto off timer.
I will say everyone is going out in with a bang with such like great like hero
with
moments.
Some flair.
You know? Yeah, like Jack's went out really sadly, like paying for his sins.
Oh, Sam's is just like Sam's completely kick ass.
Awesome. I'm just like, yeah, girl. You know.
Yeah. By the way,
don't
I wish to blow us all to hell.
But yes, yeah.
I miss.
You know,
Catherine.
obviously.
I went and saw
honestly,
Elizabeth. I think I mentioned in the last podcast that she was in. I went and saw Elizabeth.
Yeah, I know you did. You did an interview with her in like, was it like 2006 or 2008 or something?
Yeah, and then one for another podcast at Stargate Command. Yeah, Will said we're about to see Walter in action for the only time. Yep, there it is.
Yeah.
When your base is under attack, it doesn't matter if you're a general or if you're enlisted. You are an infantryman.
The janitor.
Yes. Yep. The janitor.
You are an infantryman. Oh
no, just picking him off, aren't they?
The glow of it on his chest as well. It's like,
yeah.
What a shot.
This is a
great episode.
So tense.
It really is. Like, it literally has me on the edge of my wheelie
I want
chair.
to see her engagement ring. It wasn't that big, but it's okay. Look at it. That's pretty solid, actually. No, that's pretty big, actually.
Yeah.
Good
I wonder if it's her actual engagement ring, like Amanda Tappan's.
With Alan? I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder.
No, they usually are given them as props, but I didn't sell it, so I sold a lot of their jewelry.
Oh, that line. Oh,
and what's sad is Catherine just lost her friend. And it's like, it's just me now. It's just, I love it that Catherine's the one that's holding down the fort to save the day.
It's her Stargate.
In a way. Yeah. She's like, this is my place. This is my facility. I'm doing it. And it's just like, yes, my girl.
Eek.
Yeah. Okay. We really should be seeing the gate spin like a lot faster, but okay.
Yeah.
They draw
Catherine,
it out for suspense,
no!
right?
It's so sad.
Rip Catherine.
I guess it is moving faster. Okay.
Sliver.
Auto destruct.
Love how the
Even though you
voice
know
for the
he's gonna
auto
make
destruct
it,
is so
it's just
calm.
Yeah, she's like, hey, death is
That's
coming.
on purpose
Enjoy.
to keep the officers and enlisted calm.
Yeah, if you start screaming panic, it's not going to help. Oh, hello, we are besties
Oh, we're
in another
buddies.
world.
We're buddies. Come on.
Look, it's kind of like he almost knows him. Like, he kind of just looks at him, but doesn't shoot. It's a weird
Yeah,
moment.
there's like the
Like
most
recognition.
subtle, twitch of his brow.
They obviously don't recognize each other, but it's a moment of something about you.
Do you reckon he deliberately shot him in the arm, or is that just a missed opportunity to kill him?
Yeah. He's too angry to care about saving anybody now.
There's nothing they can do.
What an ending.
Vengeance is vengeance. It's phenomenal. Phenomenal. I think you see the windows are all slanted to the camera shot.
Yeah, they're all turned. Yep. And fade to white. And you better shut that thing down so the explosion doesn't translate through the wormhole. But
yeah, that's what I always think about.
That was before,
I love that Teal'c just shot him, and now he's going to go and be like, "Oh, my dude, help me." To other Teal'c, like it was no big deal. It's like, yeah, you're the one that did that. I'm really sad that in the next episode he doesn't say, "Hey, you did this." He just says, "Yeah, you were leading the attack on Earth." It's like, it could have been a bit more fun with it.
So they've been walking around this room for
a long
7,
time.
8, 9 hours. Daniel. I'm assuming they came back. They came back. But I don't know.
I'd say so.
So, now it's off. Convenient. Now it's off.
Yeah.
So now he has to explain.
Mm.
He's going to be all like, you were there, and there's no place like home.
Right, exactly. Next week.
Yep.
It's because it is.
Oh.
Great. And I'm still getting goosebumps. First time I watched it.
Me too.
Yeah.
I will say it. The finale.
Breaking news.
The finale isn't as strong as like other episodes of Stargate, in my opinion, but this episode sets it up to be a lot more serious and scary. And also in the early days, obviously, well, coming up, 2 ships was pretty threatening, and then by season 7, it's like a whole armada.
Yeah, I just love how this story is so intricate. Like, the main catalyst is Daniel declining Catherine's invitation to join the original Stargate program.
That shows how important Daniel was to the program.
Like, the tapestry of this episode is so intricate. It's it's cool.
Yeah, F7 Super Serial said the base blowing up probably destroyed the mirror on the other side, which would have suggested that as soon as Daniel got through to the other planet, he had 10 seconds to get into the other room and use the device. But it's possible.
It's a good way to try and excuse it.
Why it's off, yeah. I like it.
I like all the excuses we try to make. Great show still. 10 out of 10.
Yeah. No 10s. There before the grace out of God. There before the grace of God, everyone.
Yeah, with my 10 out of 10, I mean, like, in general, the show, not out of chevrons. But yeah, I love the fact that Stargate can make these little mistakes and still be so good. But yeah, ratings, yeah, let's fire them out.
Oh, I'm actually kind of leaning towards either a 6 or a full 7. I think the last 7 I gave was Torment of Tantalus, and I think I like this episode about the same amount. So I guess I say 7.
Nicole?
7. Did I give Solitude a 7 as well? I think I might have given it a 7. Why don't you go back and check?
I'm giving There Before the Grace of God a 7.
Look at that, guys! 7s!
There we go.
We're on the same page.
I think that Strictly Come Dancing thing was like 7,
Raj Luthra, 6 out of 7. Lock Watcher, 6.
Yep.
Purple Homo, 5. Erica Knox, Mama Knox, 2. Jean Diata 7. Hogwild 6. Lewis Cox 6. Ray Wood 5. 5 in this reality, 6 in theirs. Jed Ted 7. Awesome. Yeah.
I will say, Erica, 2 chevrons. You and I aren't really on the same page in terms of ratings, but it's nice that we're still friends. Despite such varied differences in our opinions.
Only 2 chevrons.
Jean Diata, this is my favorite episode of the series.
Jean
Diata. Of the whole series?
For me. Yep.
Thank you, Jean
It's
Diata.
up there for me as well. Yeah.
Anthony is 7. So
Look at
That's
that,
good
guys.
stuff.
Honestly, Therefore for the Grace of God is one of the just best written episodes. Like the timing, the pacing, just the way everything kind of falls into place, is just so
Rob
phenomenal.
Cooper is great.
Yeah, he honestly. So this is the episode of my friend who was going through it for the first time. Not Ritu Charlie, not Jeff. Although he loved it and said it was phenomenal. But my friend Jordan said to me, "This is the episode where I realized that this show is like great and like it can do great things." Because there are a lot of stinkers for a 1997 sci-fi. There are a lot of issues.
Well, it leans into what came before.
Yeah.
You know? Elizabeth Hoffman's back. You know, you've got what happened in the feature film. You know, is playing.
It's doing all the
got
callbacks,
bloodlines,
the things that you've learned along the way.
Family.
Yeah, all the tie-ins and throwbacks are just awesome.
Ernest.
The best episodes of Stargate are the ones that tend to tie into others. Yvie?
Yeah, no, I was just going to say it's a very awesome episode to sort of round out the first season. Because as you said, there was some less awesome episodes.
For sure.
But it was a very good way to end the first season for sure.
If you enjoyed this live rewatch, please, if you enjoyed it, please give us a like.
Please do.
It helps with YouTube and definitely helps the show.
And give me ideas for memes. I want to make people laugh. So, please.
Give me ideas. I want to make people laugh.
Well, make me laugh too, but I'm trying to build some memes here. So if anybody has any ideas for memes,
I've got 200.
throw them my way.
How
Fishing
many memes
for
have we
memes.
got here?
David, I like to get specific and very silly with them.
Fine, but I mean, there's so
there are
many
hundreds of memes, and
I've
made a bunch of fresh
memes
ones
for you.
That's not enough. We need more.
Gosh.
There's always room for more memes. Also, Yvie made a good point to me earlier, right? We need to make our own memes with like actual shots from Stargate if we can, because there is a moment that actually got memed very briefly of Daniel in season 9 when Vala's in his body and he's like got his glasses off and he's like against the desk. Because
I have
it's
seen
when they
that
did
one.
the body swap situation, and that kind of got turned into a bit of meme, and I'm like, I could do so much with that. So
you just need a still from the episode.
That image is it was a publicity photo taken. And I can
because it's not in the episode.
Okay.
I am aware it's not in the episode, because if not, I would have seen it.
Well, it's a shot from the show.
Yeah, but they didn't use that shot in the show.
Yeah, they did.
No,
you mean like with him like this?
Yeah.
So you're saying you've seen the production photography of it?
Yes, because it got turned into a meme. Someone took that and just made it a meme about being stressed or annoyed.
Do you need the image or not?
No, I can go get it. I'm just saying, I need to start using I mean, you could make less work for me, but I can go get it and then mess around with it and make some fun things with lots of things. So please shoot me.
I think that would be cool, because I had that like idea for the meme for the last episode for no, actually, no, it was for this episode. I had the idea for the meme, but it just wasn't going to probably pan out in the time frame that we had.
No, if you gave that to me a few days ago, I might have been able to work some magic.
Yeah, it came to me when I was cooking dinner last night, but I just thought it would have been cool to have like an image of Daniel.
Lottery, alternate reality.
Okay,
yes.
Like
hold up,
and
Gene Diata. I'm pretty sure I have a ton of Stargate memes. Where do we post them? So which of you has control of Twitter?
Me. Please tweet us.
So, okay, you're going to create a tweet saying Stargate memes, post them here under Wormhole Extremists.
Yeah.
And I will retweet that, and let's start doing that.
Let's go have some fun.
Absolutely.
Come to Wormhole Extremists on Twitter.
I've seen like some of these memes are amazing. Others are like redundant. I've seen the shot of Mo throwing out Barney, and then Barney appearing from behind as O'Neill and O'Neill and Apophis. Sometimes with their actual faces.
Hey, look, that's
and
basically
others just
twins.
with words.
Yeah,
like someone's copied this idea or came up with it independently again.
It's funny because I came up with it independently on my own.
That one too.
And the thing is, I didn't realize it was already in rotation.
That's it. It was you.
And I was just and I was like, you were like, it's already out, and I was like, what? It's like there's no original thought. There's no original
thought. That's the thing, you know. There's almost no original ideas anymore.
Inception is impossible. Good movie. We should watch it.
Inception?
Yeah, I love that film. One of my favorite movies of all time.
We'll put it on the list, but we've got Alien next week.
No, I've got to do it. Okay. I've still got to do it. What do I tweet to get everyone to say? Stargate.
Well, we're searching for memes. Stargate
Absolutely.
memes.
There's so many good ones. So I love
saved them.
Nicole's meme of the train and the bus.
That one was perfect.
The bus, Daniel trying to get to Atlantis,
That was
and
perfect.
Val is the train.
Only 2 of those times were my fault. So
exactly right. So,
I've actually saved a bunch to my phone as well, but they're probably already in David's collection.
I mean, we have to just go ahead and add them. So I want to start getting into a regular routine of posting them. So that's good stuff.
Yeah, it's on. I don't know what else to add. What else should I add to that tweet, guys? You can't see that. Let me read it. Please share Stargate memes with us here. Exclamation marks.
Say it again.
With some hashtags. Please share Stargate memes with us here. Exclamation marks across the board.
Good. Yeah, just go ahead
that's
and post
done.
it, and I'll retweet it right now.
Done. So go share there, please, Gene Diada, and anybody else has any ideas. Even if it's not a meme and it's an idea, just spit it at me.
There we go. All right.
With a mask on. I don't want to get sick.
Really pushing yourself.
Yeah, you know, I don't do as much research and stuff, but I try to be as funny and as I can, but also I'm only so funny. I think collaboration, trying to get funny from other people is important. You know. Also,
right.
not my humor doesn't always land with everybody. So.
So next week we have the finale.
Yes.
Pull this up. Where's my there? There's like.
I just realized, David, we're both wearing like the same shade of green today, my dude. Look at us.
Yes, I have.
Aww.
Yeah, I've got my computer shirt. What do you have?
Oh,
I've got a reading shirt, but underneath it, I thought I'd wear a shirt appropriate for today's late posting of the stream. It says technical difficulties. So.
All right.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So we've got so this coming Saturday, February the 11th, we have James Titchener, visual effects supervisor and later producer and then writer of Stargate SG-1. He helped, for instance, Jacqueline Samuda with her season 6 episode that they co-wrote together. And then Anna Galvin, multiple roles in SG-1 Atlantis and Universe at 4 p.m. Pacific. That's a little bit later than we usually do. Then John Delancey, Frank
so
Simmons,
excited for John.
Q, on Wednesday, February the 15th at 11 a.m. Next week for us, Politics and Within the Serpent's Grasp, February the 12th at 12 noon Pacific time. And then, after John Delancey, midweek movie Alien, theatrical cuts. Wednesday, February the 15th, and we'll let Nicole curse all she wants because it's an R-rated movie.
I am going to go off on one. Every bomb is going to be dropped.
Jeez.
Let's go.
Well, I'm gonna be creative and come up with some creative Stargate themed expletives. We're
gonna find a way to work it back into Stargate. You know, some way, make it relevant again. By the way, Raywood said, "Is there any other way to share it than Twitter?" I mean, Yvie, if you want to do a post on Facebook for some of the other people who use Facebook more,
that's good.
Yep,
find us on Facebook. Oh my God, Jen Ted knows what I'm talking about. My shirt is actually made by a company called Rooster Teeth. They had a lot of issues lately, so it's not great. But they've done a lot of gaming and stuff. And
have they had technical difficulties?
They stream a lot of games. There's always technical difficulties. Anytime it goes wrong, they have that come on with a little song.
So it's a meme of their own.
He said technical difficulties. That's Rooster Teeth's meme, isn't it? Yes, it is, Jed Ted. He knows all my references. Jed Ted is my guy.
He's plugged in.
Yeah. Also, I just wanted to add something I didn't mention. This right here is the fish man I dated I'm romanced in Mass Effect 2. So I'm really into my fish man. There we go. There he is. Yeah, give him a little tap.
Really looking forward to playing that game series now more than ever.
Yeah. Yeah. But yes, Alien. I don't have a thing for the xenomorph, although the little mouth inside his mouth is almost adorable.
Almost adorable. When
almost
it's like busting through your skull and
I kind of want to give it a little hug. I want to be like,
you want to hug its second mouth.
I can imagine the xenomorph going to eat an ice cream and then his little tiny mouth going, you know.
Okay,
that would be so cute.
Exactly, I made it cute and not scary.
Have you played Alien Isolation?
Yes, it's the most terrifying thing ever. And even when he's eating me in the face, I called him because of the company that I'm wearing.
Hard game to get through.
the shirt for, they called him Scoops because it's like these little cute little scoopy mouth that comes out and gets you. So yeah, I played it and I called him Scoops to make me feel better.
That mouth doesn't scoop any more than our mouth scoops.
No, but he's just like, I've got to do something because it's so scary.
It's a Pez dispenser mouth.
I gotta do something. Yeah, yes, it is.
It's like a little Pez mouth.
If only he dispensed Pez's into my mouth instead of dispensing murder. You know,
dispensing
murder. I think maybe the designers of Pez need to come up with that.
Thank you, Giger.
What a good idea!
An alien, yeah. Just be a little bit of a different mechanical look, but yeah. All right, gang. I think we're good. I think I'm done wasting everyone else's time.
Thank you, Jed Ted, for appreciating my art. He just said my Mass Effect and my Firefly. My friend painted it. There we go. My friend painted that for me because she's very talented. So
okay.
That's insane.
There is a possibility of a big change coming up in my life in the next little bit here, and I'm not going
positive or negative.
Yeah, I'm not going to put it out into the ether until I've signed the paperwork. There's a big project that I could be potentially involved in, and it may cut the Dial of the Gate season really short, but I'm hoping for season 3. So season 3, that's one of the reasons I'm getting a lot of guests going right now, because of season 3 ends prematurely.
I noticed. I was like, David's working overtime.
There's really churning them out.
There's a reason for that. So I'm going to try to continue to do Wormhole Extremists with you on Sundays. But my sleep is about to be cut irrevocably short if this all
I was going to say, there are definitely some episodes you can miss, and text us your ratings at some point before or after.
So are you going to control the dashboard and do all the switches?
Crap.
And
you know what, David? I'm sure I could learn. Well, we can figure it out.
Okay. I'm not beyond teaching that to you. But it is tricky. I mean,
it'd be difficult to teach
pad
remotely
on
as
my
well.
left hand and my mouse
we are good. I'm prepared. Every time everything goes wrong, I'll just do this at the screen. Just make that the screensaver, and then be right back.
Well, just don't pull one too many, otherwise you'll get the feed cut. So, all right.
Yeah, don't flash it the whole internet.
All right, gang. Thank you all for tuning in, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
Raj,
you.
are you going to be in a future Stargate? This is not Stargate related. This is outside of Stargate.
That'd be good if you were.
Industry related. So yeah. All right. We will talk to you all soon, everyone. Thanks so much for tuning in. Be safe, everyone, until next week.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.
See you later. Bye.